Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Plantastic Designs, where we are planning and designing a fantastic life. My name is Maggie. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're back with me. Today, we are going to be going over my spending report for the month of October. The last video that I did on here was a paycheck budget for October, and things got kind of hectic. October and November have been crazy, so I am trying to catch up, but I still want to let you guys know how my spending went in October, and I will also tell you how my spending went in November in another video. Full disclosure, I have tried filming, like I did film a paycheck to budget in October, and I thought I filmed it all, but apparently the software was not working and none of it filmed. And then I got insanely busy and I didn't have time to redo it. So that is what happened for October. And I actually just sat down and filmed this whole spending budget for October, and it didn't record it again. So I am praying that this works. If you were seeing this, then it worked. Um, but so for me, this is my second time going through my spending for October. But for you, this will be your first time if it works. If it doesn't, I'm just scrapping it and I'm going straight to November and we'll try that. And if not, I guess we're going to go to December and we will just start from there. Because I'm trying a new software that lets you actually film your screen. So, like, miraculously, it worked for the first video I did, but this is my second or third time playing around with it, so I still haven't worked out all the kinks. Anyways, sorry about the little rant there. I was just slightly frustrated. Okay, so if you are not familiar with the software that you are seeing on your screen, it is called You Need a Budget, also known as YNAB. It is a software that you can use on your computer or also your cell phone. If you have iOS and Android, they do have both of those systems. And basically what it is a digital envelope system. It allows you to budget your envelopes. Hello. It allows you to budget your money into digital envelopes, kind of like similar to the Dave Ramsey, like cash envelope, zero-based budgeting type systems. However, it's all digital and you don't have to physically carry around the paper envelopes with money in it, which I like because it makes it easier for me and I still can like log my spending and everything on the go, but I don't have to carry around like physical cash or the envelopes because that was a little bit of an ordeal for me when I was doing that. So I've been using YNAB since 2019, and I'm planning on going back and showing you guys like my net worth tracker since then. Um, I was using it like in tandem with all of my cash envelopes videos that I was filming, and then when COVID hit, I just kind of like went straight to YNAB. So I decided to start filming YNAB videos for you guys if you are interested in it. Um, Anyways, let's jump into the spending overview. So what you're looking at is one of the reports that YNAB generates based off of like when you log your spending in YNAB, it looks at each category that you have and breaks it down for spending for each of those category groups. So the first category that I have is Flexi, and basically that is all of my variable spending for the month. So when I click on this, it opens it up into this nice little lovely pie chart, and you can see the categories over on the side that say what my categories are and how much I spent in each of those categories. If I were to click on it even more, it pops up and shows specifically where you spent it at and how much you spent it on and what date and what account. So was it on a credit card? Was it cash? Was it your checking account, etc. All of that. So you can like physically break it out and see, oh, hey, you had Zaxby's a lot in October. Um, and so, or you can just have the general overview of like, hey, I spent a total of $237.15 on eating out for the month of October, which definitely was a lot. And that was because one, I had a lot of stuff going on at work and I didn't pack lunches. And then I was traveling and just kind of fell off the wagon. So I wanted to only spend around $100, but it went over. And then groceries, I spent $204 on groceries, which was 28% of my total spending for my flexible categories. And then eating out was 32. So obviously they're around the same. I kind of what I would like to see is more in groceries, less in eating out. Personal care, I spent $77.49, which was 10.5% of my total flexible spending. And that, when you click on just like Dayquil and NyQuil, hairbrush, well, are you gonna do it again? There we go. Hairbrush, comb, beauty blender, deodorant, all of that stuff. This right here was like a bunch of like, personal care supplies. So like face wash, like all of that other stuff. Gas, I spent $74.06 on. Coffee, I spent $55 on coffee this month, and that was due to basically, I normally only get coffee one day a week from Starbucks, and so I normally budget like $20 a month for that, but I spent $55 on coffee because I was in the office a lot more, and a lot of like the people I'm working with would order a coffee, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I want one, and I would, spend on that. So it's a lot higher than I wanted it to be, but I have a caffeine addiction that I need to work on. Okay, miscellaneous obviously is what it is. It's like stuff that I don't know exactly what it's for. Miscellaneous, I spent $49.01 on. Miscellaneous categories, like a catch-all for like any variable spending that I do it really should be used for like unexpected type things, but sometimes I just like have extra money and I'm like, oh, hey, I want to buy this. And I just throw it in the miscellaneous category. So I need to be better about categorizing that. In this case, it was a phone charger or like phone case that I bought that didn't work out, that I returned. And I haven't returned it completely yet from Amazon to get the refund. But I also bought another one. So that's why it's $49, because that's two purchases of a phone case. The next one is alcohol. I spent $21.69 on alcohol. This category is for like if I buy alcohol from the store, or like go out to eat and actually like have a few drinks or go out for a few drinks with friends. That's what that's for. So in this case, I had bought some alcohol to bring to a bonfire with some friends, and then I had also bought some alcohol to bring over to a friend's house when we were having a game night. Household was $16.35, and that's for like stuff for the house, which I bought a food scale to help me with my losing weight. Snacks is snacks from the vending machine, so I spent $2.75 there, and then that brings us back to eating out. So that is all for the Flexi category. And again, I'm sorry if I'm going through these super fast, y'all. This is my second time filming this, and it's a lot. This is my second time filming this, and I'm just like, I want to get it filmed. Okay. Next category is quality life, which, as you can see, it's travel and vacation. So quality life is like my savings for like basically stuff that I want, things that I think will let me have a quality life. So one category is travel and vacation, and I changed how I am doing my travel and vacation stuff. So I am actually so I kind of got this idea from Gen Z Finance, but I put my own twist on it. So what she does is she has a separate budget for her travel where she plans how much she's going to need for travel and vacation in that separate budget. So like if she's taking a trip to Florida, she has a Florida category. And then beneath that, she has like, how much am I spending on food in Florida? How much is the hotel in Florida? How much is the transportation, like the air flight, like all of that other stuff. which now that I think about it, I don't remember where she lives. She might live in Florida, and that might be kind of redundant. I don't. If you live in Florida, I'm sorry, I don't remember where you live. Florida is the one thing that popped in my mind because I live in Tennessee and I love going to the beach. Um, but anyway, she breaks it out like that, and then that kind of tells her how much she's to spend, and then she does her actual spending when she takes that trip. She does her actual spending in her normal budget under like the travel category group, and then she like breaks it down by food or whatever in that travel category group. So I am doing a different spin on it because I liked, like I tried the category spending group in my actual budget, and like I just don't feel like I'm going to be taking enough trips to make that worth doing it. And I don't like how it kind of like messes up the report if I hide that category group. Or so what I'm planning on doing, and what I actually did here that I really liked was I basically took the money that was in the travel and vacation um, category, and like I put the money in this specific line category, and then I transferred it out of my budget to like the travel budget. And I logged all of my spending in the travel budget so that now when I go and look in my travel budget, um, it has like the spending on the food that I did for that specific trip, the spending on the what you call it, like on the transportation, like all of that for that specific trip in the travel budget. And it's not cluttering up my regular budget. But I can still look on my regular budget and say, oh, I spent this amount of money for travel and vacation while I was on vacation. So um, I did kind of categorize it as I go in here. Um, like while I did the spending to get it to that total amount, but I think, ooh, what's going on? So I did like log the spending while I did it. So like I know what like where the money came from or whatever. But I think next time I'm just gonna do like travel budget as like the total, and do like the total that I spent while I was on the trip from the travel budget, and just have it be like one line, and keep all of my spending in the travel budget, because I hope I'm making sense on what I'm saying here. I just don't want all of that cluttering up my normal budget, and I love the idea of like being able to open a specific budget for travel while I'm on vacation, and just specifically look at that travel budget and not have to look at anything else, and just like log my spending while I'm in that travel budget, like spending or whatever. And then when I come back, like uh, I the way I did it like this on here is because it kind of like auto populated some of my spending for my card and whatnot, so I had to like log it. But I think what I could do next time is like delete those and just do one line item. I don't know. If I'm making any sense on this, please let me know. If you guys have an idea like of what I'm saying and you think I might be able to make it better somehow, like drop me a comment down below. I appreciate any and all feedback. I just kind of wanted to keep things separate, and I'm doing a similar thing with my birthdays and holidays type spending as well. Like I have that in a separate budget, so I can kind of track it over there. All right, moving right along. Next category is blow money. So for blow money is essentially my fun money, and I made a category group for that, and I broke it down into all of the typical spending that I would do for my blow money category. Like, that didn't make sense. I broke it down into all of the typical spending that I would normally spend my fun money on. So beauty, cosplay, shopping, comics, entertainment, gift cards, and gambling were the categories that I actually spent in for the month of October. That is not all of the categories that are in my blow money category group. That's just the ones that I spent in. So for beauty, I spent $218.15. And that was, I went to Ulta and I bought a lot of stuff. which is funny because it's like only lists like 5 things, and it was $116, but it's expensive. Sephora, that's what I bought at Sephora. It was $89.58. And then I had a massage that my mom had gifted me, and I paid for the tip, and that was the other thing for beauty. For cosplay, cosplay is a category for costumes and whatnot. I did go to Anime Weekend. That was my trip that I took at the end of October. And my friends and I did dress up for that because it was Halloween, but also I made a cosplay category because I'm planning on going to more comic conventions with my friends, and I would like to like dress up and be able to enjoy that with them. So I want to make sure that I budget for that. In this case, the cosplay was just a costume. I tried to do Jack Skellington costume. It did not work out. I did return that. Um, then I bought a hat, and I ended up being able to make that hat work. Do like a Beetlejuice type costume, and then I also had a steampunk costume. Okay, the next one, the next category is shopping. And it's just a generic shopping category for things that didn't quite fit into what what all the other categories I had. So in this case, I bought Harley Quinn stuff for my car, and then there you go. And so that I didn't want to categorize that as car spending because it's not really like a car repair or car maintenance or anything. It was just something that I wanted for fun for my car to make it look a little bit nicer. So that's why I put it in like a generic shopping category. Comics, that is $39.23 that I spent, and that was all on like comic reading apps. That was all on Apple. So definitely have to cut back on that. Entertainment was $32. My friend and I went to go see Halloween Kills, and so that was for the ticket and also for buying snacks from the concession stand. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I was kind of like peeved at how they ended it, and I kind of felt like they hyped it up more than it actually needed to be hyped up. Like it was kind of a letdown in that way. But I mean, I like the Halloween movies, so I did like it. But I was kind of ticked off at the fact that they like hyped it up as being one thing, and that never actually happened. But anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail on that in case you haven't seen it. So yeah. Gift cards, 1787. That was I used my Amazon gift card to try and get a phone case. It didn't work out, so I'm returning that to Amazon. Gambling, I spent $10 on a lottery ticket because the lottery was like insanely high. But I did not win, unfortunately. But yeah, gambling's just a fun category for like if I want to buy a lottery ticket every now and then or place a fun bet with some friends. That's what that category is for. And that's all for my below money categories. Budget Busters is next. Okay, so budget busters are basically like your true expenses. If you're new to YNAB and you don't know what a true expense is, basically it is an if I could talk. Basically, it is an expense that doesn't happen on a regular basis. So think like annual taxes, car insurance that you have to pay every 6 months, uh, subscription that's due once a year, or like a big thing that you have to renew that only comes around once a year or something like that. I don't know. But basically, there are those expenses that still happen, but they don't happen on a regular basis. And a lot of times people have trouble budgeting for them. And when they come due, you like scramble to pay them. So YNAB calls them true expenses. I call them budget busters because if you don't plan for them, they are sure going to bust your budget. Um, So for me, for the month of October, I had to pay my car insurance. It came due. I paid $376.48 for my car insurance. I did buy some clothes, and let's see, what did I buy? Oh, I bought some earrings, and then also I bought some boots, Converse, and socks from Walmart. So yeah, I don't buy I don't buy clothing a lot, but I do sometimes, and I include that in my budget busters. And then car maintenance. I had a part on my windshield wiper that was busted, and my dad went to AutoZone with me. We bought the part, and he helped me fix it. So that's all there. And then fixed. So fixed expenses are like your bills that come due every month on a regular basis. So like your utilities and all that stuff. If you watched my last video, basically what I do, I live with my parents, so I don't pay rent or anything, but I act like I have those bills. So I do have categories for like uh, rent slash mortgage, electricity, like HOA fees, like all of that stuff that I will eventually pay when I get my own place because I'm looking at getting a condo or a townhome. Um, and so eventually I will have to pay those things, and I'm trying to get in the habit of budgeting for those things, but I don't actually have to pay them. So what I do is I take all of that money at the end of the month and I deposit it into a savings account to save up for a down payment on the condo or house that I'm going to get. So that is why it doesn't show up in my spending, because I'm not actually spending the money, I'm saving it still. And so the only thing that shows up as far as my spending is the Invisalign and my cell phone bill, because those are really the only two bills that I have under fixed. Okay, personal development. I made this category because I want to start prioritizing my personal development, and like in all areas, fitness, uh, mental health, emotional health, spiritual well-being, like furthering my own personal development. So I am going back to school in January. I'm going back for a computer degree because I believe that's going to help me grow in my career. So the $10 was for sending my transcripts to the school to get that all taken care of. And then my counseling is obviously the blue. I am still doing that to help me progress in my personal development. Okay, after personal development is subscriptions. Those are self-explanatory, just all of my normal subscriptions and their normal spending amounts. Yeah. After that is generosity. Um, so as you can see, it's random acts of kindness and hospitality was the two that I spent on for October, and I'm not going to click on those because I don't want any recognition for what I spend in those categories. It's just um, showing that that's what I spent. Hospitality is basically like if I have someone over or if I go over to someone's house bringing food and stuff like that. And then random acts of kindness, that's just if I decide to do something nice for someone. So that's what that is. Interest and fees, I'm not going to click on it because it's so small, but basically that is the fees for my credit cards. The total was $9.92 for that for the month of October. And then that brings us back to Flexi, which we've already gone over. Okay, so yeah, that is all. Oh, down here, if you see hidden and all other categories, they have negative numbers. That basically means I made money from those categories. Hidden categories, that is interest on my home savings account. I hid that category because I'm not looking at it right now, and I don't want it to like distract me from my normal budgeting, so I just hid it. And then all other categories is kind of like the same thing. They're just extra, like when I looked at it, I'm not going to click on it, but when I looked at it earlier, basically it is like interest and stuff that came in from my accounts. I don't know why it categorized it as all other categories instead of like the specific savings ones, but whatever. It's like basically interest on my emergency fund and all of that. Or like cash back that I got from like the credit card company or whatever. So I don't know why I categorized it as that, but yeah. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to go over my spending for the month of October, and hopefully the software works this time and you guys see it. The next video is going to be my spending in November because November has already come and gone. I don't feel it's necessary to go back and show you how I like budgeted everything. I'm just going to show you what was spent, and then we will move forward from there with December. So, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm. It promotes my video, lets other people see it, lets them know that it's good content if you think it is good content. And also, if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, because I am trying to get back into posting regularly. Life is going to be hopefully a little less chaotic going into 2022, and I'm actually planning on posting some videos on like my financial goals and like setting up a new budget in YNAB because I'm going to plan on doing a fresh start for January of 2022. And then I also want to show you the complete picture of my net worth because I am planning on adding all of that into the new budget so it's all in one place because I do tend to do fresh start each year, which I enjoy doing, but Gen Z finance kind of showed me that there's a way to go back and like have all your net worth in one picture so that it's easier to like see. So yeah, anyway, if you like this video, subscribe so you can get more content from me, and drop me a comment down below. Let me know how your budget for October was, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.